Hello students, welcome to Social Science class. Today we are going to start another chapter of 7th standard history, that is Bahamani Adil Shahs or Bahamani Kingdom. In the history of Karnataka, the first empire established in 1336 CE, that is Vijayanagara Empire. Later in 1347, the first Muslim dynasty established it, that is Bahamani Kingdom. Alauddin Hassan Gangu Bahman Shah was the founder of this dynasty. In this chapter, we are going to learn about contributions of Firoz Shah and Muhammad Govan, the contributions in the field of literature, art and sculpture by Bahamani Sultans, the important places of Bahamani Sultans, the important sultans among Vijaypura Adil Shahs, and we will going to learn about the art, literature and sculpture of this period. Let's start the lesson. Bahamani kingdom was also established in the northern part of Vijayanagara Empire in 1347 CE. Its founder was Alauddin Hassan Gangu Bahman Shah. Bahman Shah was working in the army of Delhi Sultan Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Bahamani sultans ruled in 1347 to 1527 CE. Bahamani kingdom had the parts of present Karnataka, Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh, Telangana state also, under its rule. In the beginning, Kalburgi and later Bidar were their capitals. Bahamani Empire was in northern part of the Krishna river and Vijayanagara Empire was in southern part of Krishna. Tajuddin Firoz Shah was the great sultan in Bahamani dynasty. Tajuddin Firoz Shah was the greatest sultan in the Bahamani dynasty. He was liberal, judicious and a believer of God. He made copies of Quran and edited it for his whole life. He was a writer, encouraged all languages and he was an expert in geometry and theology. Theology means Dharma Shastra. He sheltered many philosophers, poets, artists and had honored them. He established an observatory in Daulatabad in Maharashtra. Observatory means ಬಾಹ್ಯಾಕಾಶ ವೀಕ್ಷಣಾಲಯ ಅಥವಾ ಆಕಾಶ ವೀಕ್ಷಣಾಲಯ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. He propagated the beauty of his capital Kalburgi. He built a new city called Firozabad on the bank of Bhima river. He gifted many villages to a Sufi saint, Bande Nawaz, who arrived in the kingdom during his period. He concentrated on the development of ports and as a result, foreign trade was encouraged. Next, we are going to study about Muhammad Govan. All credits of making Bahamani dynasty great goes to Muhammad Govan. Basically, he was a Persian and worked honestly as a prime minister in the region of Sultanate Muhammad Shah III. Important factors of Muhammad Govan. Muhammad Govan captured Hubballi, Belagavi and Goa from Vijayanagara Empire. Administration was according to Islamic laws. He encouraged revenue and postal service. He fixed taxes on the basis of land's fertility and irrigation facility. Tax was collected in cash. ಭೂಮಿಯ ಫಲವತ್ತತೆ, ನೀರಾವರಿ ಸೌಲಭ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಗಮನಿಸಿ ಭೂಮಾಪನ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಂದಾಯವನ್ನು ನಿಗದಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ಅದು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ನಗದು ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂದಾಯವನ್ನು ನಿಗದಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. He removed some taxes which were annoying the people. Annoying people means ಜನರಿಗೆ ಕಿರುಕುಳ ಕೊಡುವ ತೆರಿಗೆಗಳನ್ನು ರದ್ದುಪಡಿಸಿದ್ರು. As a philosopher himself, Muhammad Govan founded Madarasa in Bidar. Madarasa is a university. It encouraged Islamic religious and legal education. Astronomy, mathematics, history were being studied here. Free education and hostel facilities were provided. Around 3,000 manuscripts were in the library of Madarasa. Muhammad Govan contributed a lot in making the Bahamani kingdom great. Regional leaders were jealous of his fame and conspired to have him murdered. On the Govan's tomb, it is written that innocent Govan was killed. ಬಹಮನಿ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮುನ್ನಡೆಗೆ ಮಹಮ್ಮದ್ ಗವಾನ್ ಶ್ರೇಷ್ಠ ಕೊಡುಗೆಯನ್ನು ನೀಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸ್ಥಳೀಯ ಸರದಾರರು ಗವಾನನ ಸಾಧನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಕಂಡು ಅವರ ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ಸರದಿಂದ, ದ್ವೇಷದಿಂದ ಒಳಸಂಚು ನಡೆಸಿ ಕೊಲೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಗವಾನನ ಸಮಾಧಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಮುಗ್ಧ ಗವಾನನನ್ನು ಕೊಲೆ ಮಾಡಲಾಯಿತು ಎಂದು ಉಲ್ಲೇಖವನ್ನು ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಹಮನಿ ಡೈನೆಸ್ಟಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್, ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್. Bahmani sultans encouraged Islamic education. Chanting of Quran was part of the education. Kalburgi, Bidar, Elichapur and Daulatabad and others were the Islamic educational centers. During their region, poor people and orphans were provided free food and shelter, and the scholarship were given to students in madrasas. Quran, philosophy and principles of Sufism were taught in the schools. ಶಿಕ್ಷಣಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಸಿದಂತೆ ಬಹಮನಿ ಸುಲ್ತಾನರು ಇಸ್ಲಾಂ ವಿದ್ಯಾಭ್ಯಾಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಒತ್ತನ್ನು ನೀಡಿದರು. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಕಲ್ಬುರ್ಗಿ, ಬೀದರ್, ಎಲಿಚಾಪುರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೌಲತಾಬಾದ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇಸ್ಲಾಂ ವಿದ್ಯಾಕೇಂದ್ರಗಳನ್ನು ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಮದರಸಾಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅನಾಥರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ಬಡವರಿಗಾಗಿ ಉಚಿತ ಊಟ ಮತ್ತು ವಸತಿ ಸೌಕರ್ಯಗಳಿಂದ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ವೇತನವನ್ನು ಕಲ್ಪಿಸ್ತಾ ಓದೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ಶಾಲೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕುರಾನ್, ತರ್ಕಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ ಮತ್ತು ಸೂಫಿ ಪಂಥದ ತತ್ವಗಳನ್ನು ಬೋಧಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. Literature. Literary activities were greatly encouraged by Bahmani sultans, and they sheltered many philosophers, poets and writers. Firoz Shah, Muhammad Shah II and Muhammad Govan were writers and minister poets. During their region, Persian, Arabic and Urdu literatures were developed. Great Sufi saint and writer Bande Nawaz belonged to their period. The language that they and other foreigners used became famous as Dakhani. Later it developed as Urdu language. ಬಹಮನಿ ಸಾಮ್ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕವಿಗಳಿಗೆ, ವಿದ್ವಾಂಸರಿಗೆ, ಬರಹಗಾರರಿಗೆ ಆಶ್ರಯವನ್ನು ನೀಡಿದರು. ಸುಲ್ತಾನರಾದಂತಹ ಫಿರೋಜ್ ಶಾ, ಎರಡನೇ ಮೊಹಮ್ಮದ್ ಶಾ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೊಹಮ್ಮದ್ ಗವಾನ್ ಬರಹಗಾರರು ಮತ್ತು ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಕವಿಗಳು ಆಗಿದ್ದರು. ಅವರ ಕಾಲಾವಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಷಿಯನ್, ಅರೇಬಿಕ್, ಉರ್ದು ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ಆಯಿತು. ಇದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಬಂದೆ ನವಾಜ್ ಎಂಬ ಖ್ಯಾತ ಸೂಫಿ ಸೇಂಟ್, ಸಂತ ಹಾಗೂ ಗ್ರಂಥಕಾರ ಇದೇ ಕಾಲದವರು ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವರು ಇನ್ನಿತರ ವಿದೇಶಿ ವಿದ್ವಾಂಸರು ಬಳಸಿದ ಭಾಷೆ ದಕ್ಕನಿ ಎಂದು ಪ್ರಸಿದ್ಧವಾಯಿತು. ಮುಂದೆ ಇದೇ ಭಾಷೆ ಉರ್ದು ಭಾಷೆಯ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆಗೆ ಕಾರಣ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಸ್ಕಲ್ಪ್ಚರ್. ದ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಆಫ್ ಬಹಮನಿ ಡೈನೆಸ್ಟಿ ಈಸ್ ಫೇಮಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸ್ಕಲ್ಪ್ಚರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆರ್ಕಿಟೆಕ್ಚರ್. Monuments in Bidar, Kalburgi and other places are in Indo-Islam style. It is familiar as a Dakkani style. The first contributions of Bahmanis in Zamia Masjid of Kalburgi and Muhammad Shah built it. The meeting hall with small domes in the major attraction here. Tombs of Sultan are in Kalburgi and they are also domed structure. The tomb of Bande Nawaz is another prominent monument of Kalburgi. Domed structure means ಗುಮ್ಮಟಗಳ ಆಕಾರ. Tomb means samadhi. Bidar's Solakamba Mosque and the beautiful palaces in the fort are famous. These buildings are decorated and have the curved wooden craft on them. 12 tombs of Asst near Bidar are also famous. ಬೀದರ್ನ ಸೋಲಕಾವ್ ಮಸೀದಿ ಮತ್ತು ಕೋಟೆಯೊಳಗಿನ ಸುಂದರ ಅರಮನೆಗಳು ಪ್ರಸಿದ್ಧವಾಗಿವೆ. ಆ ಕಟ್ಟಡದೊಳಗಡೆ ಅಲಂಕಾರದ ಕೆತ್ತನೆ ಮರದ ಕುಸುರಿ ಕೆಲಸಗಳಿಂದ ಹೊಂದಿದೆ. ಬೀದರ್ ಬಳಿ ಇರುವ ಅಷ್ಟೂರಿನ 12 ಸಮಾಧಿಗಳು ಗಮನಾರ್ಹವಾಗಿ ಸುಂದರವಾಗಿವೆ. ದ ಪ್ರಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಮಾನ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬಹಮನಿ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಮದರಸಾ, ವಿಚ್ ವಾಸ್ ಬಿಲ್ಟ್ ಬೈ ಮೊಹಮ್ಮದ್ ಗವಾನ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ 242 feet wide, 222 feet long, 56 feet height and 3-storied building. The building, which is more than 5 centuries old, appears to be declaring its glory. We will continue the lesson in next video. Thank you.